is going on, everyone? Welcome to another very exciting episode right here on the MI Gardener channel. As you can tell, it's snowing out, and we're not in the MI Gardener garden. We're actually at the MI Gardener headquarters, and it's cold out here. I'm in a t-shirt because I've been inside all day. But I had to bring you guys along for a very, very special episode. And that special episode is a behind the scenes of how we pack seeds. Now, when things start to turn wintry, like it is outside, we actually kind of say goodbye to the past gardening season, and we start to get ready for the next gardening season. We're like Santa's little elves. When things start to turn wintry, we're busy in our workshop preparing all the gifts that go out to all of the thousands of gardeners that love to support the MI Gardener seed store. And a lot of people want to know how they're done. And so I thought this would be a really good opportunity to bring you guys along for kind of a behind the scenes walkthrough of how we do things. So before we get started with the walkthrough, I wanted to invite you all to a very, very special event, and that is the MI Gardener Launch Day. For those of you that have never attended a launch day before, Launch Day is a super special time for the MI Gardener community. It's an opportunity for myself as well as Mrs. MI Gardener and all the MI Gardener staff to showcase what we've been doing in the past year, what we're going to be doing in the year ahead, as well as launching the 2023 garden seeds or the next season's garden seeds. We do it every single year, and we've done it every single year since 2015. It's been an ongoing event, and it's something that is super well attended. It's a ton of fun, and we want to invite you all to that because this year is going to be the biggest year yet. It's the biggest year ever. We're going to be giving away over $2,000 in prizes and just giveaways. We're going to be talking about all the new seeds, all the new goals, all the new, all the great news. And so we want to invite you to watch that, attend it, be a part of it, and join in the fun. So I hope you guys will check it out. It is November 21st at 12 p.m. Again, November 21st at 12 p.m. is the launch day. So at the MI Gardener Seed Shop, we pack seeds two different ways. The first way is by hand packing. All right, so the magic all happens with our blank packets. We get our blank packets from the printing company that puts our beautiful artwork onto our packets. Then someone like Aiden will pack them with seed. Today we're just packing some basil, usually with small seeds, tomatoes, peppers, herbs like basil. We'll hand pack because it's so much easier to hand pack than to just throw it on the machine. And then once those are filled with seed, they're gonna go over to someone like Vic, who's going to hand seal them. And so we're just pressing the latex together so that the seeds are sealed inside. And then from there, they go into our bins. It's really super simple. But yeah, stacked neatly. And then from here, they're gonna go into our racks. The machine. So from there, once the packets are finished, they go over to our racks. And as you can see, our racks are kind of assembled in a way that allows us to just pick very quickly. They're alphabetical, so it allows us to start with artichoke and end with zucchini. And as you can tell, it's a very organized system. Organization here is critical when you have over 700 different varieties of seed. It's super important. So as you can tell, we have lots of seed, but also great organization, and that allows us to run super smoothly so that we can get orders out in a timely manner. The cool thing about these is the fact that these are gravity fed. So when you pull them, they slide down and fill. It's awesome. It saves a ton of time when you're packing orders. But again, the system has taken years to get to this level, and I am so in love with it. This is by far the best system we've ever had. Thing that you'll notice is that we don't do any bending here when we're packing orders. It's really important that we preserve our bodies as well as just our minds, because when you're bending and you're feeling tired at the end of the day, it's never fun to come back the next day and realize you're going to be tired again. And so we have our shelves oriented so there's only two levels of seeds that allows us to grab without having to bend down and get seed down low. So it's really cool. And because we have such a beautiful large space, it allows us to do that. And it's so cool because when you're packing seeds, you're packing someone's garden essentially. And everyone on the staff packs these. So it allows us to all be on the line. It allows us to all be packing orders. And we're all enjoying in that excitement because every single order we fill is someone's garden that we're helping grow. And that is super cool. And then there is the machine. So the machine is a Ballard seed packing machine, and these are actually very, very old. These date back to the early 1900s, and they're still working today. My favorite part of this machine is the number plate, number 655. Now, back in the day, they'd have these lined up in warehouses, all being run by a center pulley system. That's not the case today because they've been modified so they can be ran individually. But back in the day, they would have basically dozens of these in one warehouse, basically all going at the same time from a center pulley system. And that's super cool. And then each individual person could manage their machine from the gearbox. And the gearbox is just a single gear on or off. And that gives you the ability to run your machine when someone else is stopping theirs and vice versa. So the magic of the seed packing machine starts with the packet chute. Packets enter the back and it's gravity fed and come down to the front where it meets the grabber fingers. The grabber fingers open the packet so that seed can be dropped inside from the seed funnel. And this big metal drum here actually stores the seed. So the seed we pour in the back, enters the drum, and the drum will spin like this, causing seed, which is inside, to be rotated. And the seed will fall onto the scoop, which is volumetric. We actually measure how many seeds fit inside this scoop, so we know we have enough seeds to meet the approximate seed count. From there, the seeds drop into the packet, and a grabber arm will come up and grab the packet, drop it down, and it's met by a folding blade. This folding blade will actually crease the packet, and then there's a little roller, and that roller seals the packet. Does everything that we do hand packing, but automatically. Super, super cool. And then from there, it comes around the other side and dispenses it into our finished seed slot. Then we can grab them, and we just fold them shut, make sure they're nice and sealed. Now the next question we get is, okay, so you've shown us how you pack seeds, but do you mind explaining where you get your seeds from? I don't mind at all. We love transparency. Our seed comes from all U.S. farmers. All the farmers are small family farms. None of them are large commercial operations. Our largest farm actually is about 300 acres. So it allows us to grow, to partner with farmers that grow on small plots of land. And that gives them more control over the quality of the seed, which is really important to us. Also, all the farmers we partner with grow using sustainable organic methods. And furthermore, all the seed that they grow is heirloom and open pollinated, meaning no GMOs and no synthetic fertilizers, no synthetic chemicals being sprayed. It's all natural, which I absolutely love. Now, not all of our farmers are certified organic, but they all practice organic methods, which is really critical to making sure that we're being good stewards of the land, which is important to us. And the final question we get asked is, how do you keep your seed quality so high? We do three things. The first thing we do is whenever we bring our seed in from our farmers, either we have the farmers do the germination testing or we ourselves do the germination testing. It's required by law. So we just need to make sure that the seed itself has germination rates that are at or above acceptable industry standards. The second thing we do is we make sure that the seed has been harvested that season. Old seed is not necessarily bad seed if the germination rate is at or above acceptable levels. However, we know that when seed comes to your house, you don't always use it all the same year. And that means that just because it had acceptable germination rates when we sold it to you doesn't mean that if you store it at your house in a seed box or whatever and you go to pull it out a second year, that it's going to have the same level of germination rate. And we know it won't. Seed germination rate does drop every single year that it's been harvested. So having fresh seed is also important because it's really important that we sell high quality seed, but it's also important that the seed quality is retained for the next 1 to 2 years if you keep them cool, dark, and dry. And then the third thing we do is climate control, and that's super important. So we're looking at seed viability. Viability is controlled by a couple different factors. It's cool, dark, and dry. Those are the three things you want to look at with seed viability. So even if you're taking seed and putting it at your house, keeping your seed cool, dark, and dry will make sure it lasts longer for you and can sprout even 2 or 3 years after you buy it. So it's no different once we bring seed in here. Our seed is kept cool, dark, and dry. How do we do that? Well, the first thing is coolness. We keep the warehouse at a pretty consistent, roughly 65 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not cold by any means, but it's also not hot. It's not uncommon for us to wear hoodies, even in summer in here, because we keep it pretty climate controlled. The second thing we do is we keep it dark. The seeds are in the back part of our warehouse where there's no natural light. And yes, there are lights up above, but those are pretty low-grade LEDs. They don't do anything for ruining the seed viability. And we make sure that the seeds are either in their boxes, their bags, or their opaque containers that they come in, so that there's no light that can actually penetrate the seed itself. Nothing's in clear bins, right? It's important, keeping it cool and dark. And then the third thing is dry. And that's where this baby comes in. This is a commercial grade dehumidifier. We actually have 2 of them running the entire warehouse. These keep the humidity at around 45% humidity year round. They're running 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. These are the lifeblood of humidity. And then finally, we also have air. Air circulation helps to kind of control that equilibrium of humidity in the air. And so by keeping our seeds cool, dark, and dry, we can make sure that our seed quality stays super high. So there you guys go. There's a behind the scenes shot of MI Gardener and how we operate, how we pack seeds, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So if you do want to check out launch day, remember it's November 21st at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'd love to see you there. We're going to be live streaming on both YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And so hopefully you'll check us out, and hopefully you'll stop and get some seeds. You can shop online at migardener.com. Again, we're going to have the entire store stocked at that time. We'll also have the store in St. Clair stocked as well. So if you're local, come by, say hi, get some seeds, and get your 2023 garden on. So, all right, take care, guys. Grow big or go home. We'll see y'all later.